Welcome back to From the Ocean to the Fire. Today, we're gonna go Caribbean. We're gonna do some snapper, and then later we're gonna do some mahi-mahi fish tacos. For our snapper, we're gonna do it with an escabeche sauce. Peppers, carrots, onions, green onions. We're gonna have a little jerk on the snapper. It's gonna come together. It's gonna be beautiful, little spicy. So start while our pan heats up. We're gonna get our carrot cut to add to our other veggies. One thing with carrot when you cut it, cut a little bit off, set that side down. That makes it much easier to cut. And there's all our veggies. Pan's getting hot. Put a little bit of oil in. And let that oil get hot. As that oil gets hot, we have our snapper. We are going to be leaving the skin on. We're going to take our jerk seasoning. Now make sure, press it in a little bit. Make sure it's going to stay on there. And then for those who like it, a little bit of cayenne, give it a little more heat, very gently. So our fish is ready to go. In looking at these pans, I'm gonna grab a different one, give it a little more space. We'll set this off to the side, get our oil hot again. We're going to add our veg. Start getting them sauteed. A little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add 2 bay leaves. Let them start to saute in with these veggies. We are going to pull those out before we serve it. Move this forward for a second. We're going to take our time. We're going to put one in whole. And the rest here, we're going to dice up. We're going to put them in a minute. So our veggies have started to soften, taking on a little bit of color. Now we're going to add a little rice wine vinegar. We're going to do this off the heat so it doesn't just evaporate instantly. And we're going to add a little bit of sugar to balance that vinegar out. See if we got the right ratio. A little more vinegar. So now we're going to set this off to the side, start getting our pan hot for our fish. A little bit of oil. This pan we want to get nice and hot. Now we're going to take our snapper, skin side down. We're going to let it cook about 2/3 of the way on the skin side. That way you get nice crispy skin. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna take our fish, flip it over for a minute. It's only going to need about a minute on this side. We're going to plate it. Move this pan. Let that one reheat just a touch. That fresh thyme we chopped earlier, had it in right at the last second. Pour a little bit of that vinegar and sugar over the top. There's a beautiful snapper escovitch. So now that we've finished with our snapper, we're going to go into mahi mahi, another staple of the Caribbean. So if you're lucky, you'll get your fish already skinned. This time we didn't, so we're going to fillet it out. Take it, pull the tail, you go down to the skin, turn your knife even with your cutting board, pull it nice. It'll come off nice and easy. We're going to set this knife aside, take a boning knife, and then our mahi, we're just going to trim up the edges, make sure they're nice and clean. Take a nice bias cut. We'll take a couple pieces off. We'll take the glove off. Our pan's getting warm. We're gonna go back to that jerk seasoning. Just a little this time. This isn't jerk tacos. We are gonna use a little salt and pepper again. Let's get some oil in the pan. Turn it up just a little. There we go. Now we can remove this cutting board. We're going to worry about our fish. So tortillas. Everybody has an opinion. Corn, flour. Do you want the soft fluffiness of the flour? Do you want the structure? These actually are corn and flour mix. So they're going to have the softness, but they're going to hold up a little better.